party as the young member Abonti Ember 2024 election can meet raising Emma party no ABC that ever a party history. ABC that pickups are heading Medema constituencies over the regions, over 300 pickups and say you see in the constituencies.
Constituency beyond what we do, and a region beyond what we means not anyone. Now, the partner or assassin, the constituency, maybe Mutan. Your polling station executive, Makuma says something. And so, a new man all over to me, the polling station executive, yes, I want to be. Oh, let my enemy. I get the trouble of can you about me, Abayo? Can you about me over to me?
Alright, Ashanti Media, Mema kwa bebium. Na aka America krebi na NPP primaries a ama party ni mo ye no wode kwa kwahyehyɛ so a sisi an obi ani abere campaign de ma ne candidate omo bontoa ene e Ghana bebia mo nenam ene delegate di nkomo so mo bete o mase na politics nso de ya na ewom attacks ne de ya de ya ntumi nyim film because igina obi ekon ho ne de ahunu soro nti obi ya de ya obegina obi kon so apagya ne nsa ma manfo ho nti attacks ne de ya na nye ngongo bebre se ba nenso dɔɔso bebra ana ya na mafi mu yi candidate ni wie na mo be campaign a kyerɛ Ghana fo a na afi nsɛm a mo amka kyerɛ mo ho no ye ba be yusu di agensi mo na afi ye be affect nipa mo be yi no ɛno na ya na ha adwen Canada Agyapong video be ye ya o to bi di koma Bawumia no ne camp no Bawumia camp ye sɛ omo hia kyɛwpa saa particular issue no ye wuntumi na kan na nkomo expect sɛ bia Bawumia ba ye no be correct ana no so an correct nti which means omo nyina na aka asɛm no. But the way I can discuss say a video about Bawumia kasa asem no eno ana ama Bawumia nkofo no yese eyen trokese pa na watwa e de akere delegate in Ghana fo nyina no nti omra me pa achewo na wagina entro so e de didi papa na tem kwa nti ase bia nim nti asama asem no obi e kan de na sade Kennedy to bi ko ya company to bi ko Bawumia ho no saa so na Bawumia so company to bi to bi enso de ko Kennedy wonti sisi ade jabs no de too much Kennedy nkofo no asem nyina na se Bawumia afeli de obeye nyina o feli yen ensem obekeka 2016 bra no mu nyina campaign a one ye se obechi dollar no ye o de kie koma GP enema nyina wa feli enti ni kwanse delegate to abama no na o msa de ne bade a se de mo we no o mbesa awebiom eno ne o monsem ma mo gyina so campaign de che delegate ana Bawumia nkofo no so e kase dabi ba obi a ya ton no pa anso a Bawumia ne ya ton no because ono de wadi nkan aye campaign akọ aye Ghana nyina ni nkofo akasa Ghana fo di nkomo ana wasanso abayi bi pen o ye no aye de kasa wa feel no wodi anya experience said the Mahama ba five one na oba ya Ghana fo bi hu se wo feel ye no wodi anya experience a oba second one ye kasa se changes bi aba mu no the same thing na Bawumia so se wo feel ya wonya experience no nti oba changes betumi aba mu nti ye mfa ne nko aha dia ama Bawumia nkofo no gina so paa no na ye kase de Kennedy ku a Kennedy no nyamfa onya meje panyini vice president bi obenye president ni bi da no wakase bi o experience nti ono so afi ne de ne beba as a new candidate no obeba ba feli na kire wasa aba na asese because de waba feli ni de yase woni ma hwegu na hu ne hyehye nti ye de ya Bawumia ne ma hwegu ye hu ne hyehye nti ye mfa ne mra ye de ne ba Ghana fo ebetumi ato abama ne ye to abama no so a changes bibiri bebem eno ani o campaign a yekoso o Bawumia so camp ana Kennedy nso kofo no sizu de bomo ntiase nti ensem no de ai bebiri afei na Brian nso ne adutwum nso ni komena Japan nso de omo de nso ne namase saa ha ye ne namase adutwum kwa de o yesese omo to ba ni wie ni won wi ni a e bia obe consider for running mate ama Bawumia minim se onim se won wi ni Bawumia na ba wi ni o I don't know but oba consider running mate anti ensem no gusu bebere obi e kan de na ene ne yebekọ ne fe yekokotie Dr. Bawumia ne nkofo de bepo tinti na sti wo mugina se ken me pa acho because asem no kan ne de ken nso asate now asem o kan ya bro 3 days ya nti so be pa acho enti still na o mo so me pa acho a o mugusu o mo kan ti se wa pa acho wa de ne besie aha de ni besie pese yo etifiri o ma no ombode nsem beraba bonti na afi nso enema manfo ka de guba o miaso so wo feli ye ti sem pipe de ni ba de obesa awe no de be potin na omo so beka e de a kire Ghana fo menye hu se de ken nko fo ni ka na nyesa na tie nyemom omo de ne ba NPP betumi awe ni 2028 wo sajidie na se wo sajidie ni dia me enti ensem a awa Muhammad ene wona aka e burudi gu ha.
Yes, no presse anopai na obiye ka say enye ye nko akra na ye ka almost everyone is talking about it as say team Kennedy Agyapong na enene nansa also camera a scene nim na okasa for like 5 minutes in sama wo kan no obi misinform no but all kasa no kra no one can ye because was see on one share video no ehun say Dr. Bawumia eka say 1996 kra no edubu ahia anko because wayare so eno kra no on that
okay I know there also member kra be kan wa ha
yes
okay
yes so on that premise no na enye no kra into one share video bia because there was no video like that.
Okay.
Esan say Dr. Bawumia some time ago oka consistency now I can say oka consistency I can say edubu ahi entimi anko the last time no in 1996 no ya repeating no ABI no kra na my delay from coming but nka ye consistent I bit me aboy but for him to say edubu ahi anko contest kra dey he don't expect this to come from even Dr. Bawumia no kra because even a novice in politics in him say edubu ahi contested and placed third in 1996 inti what the enu gina so e kan say Professor Dubuahi Dr. Bawumia say Professor Dubuahi na wa yare into anko and I say Dr. Bawumia e your trofo or your liar or your born liar and somehow okay kan de na nyasam ketwa because you see if for nothing at all this is the former vice president of the Republic of Ghana and some now kind so want ukra no wo kasa obi e liar no wo twantro dada say wo hwe video bi a wo kasa wa Ashanti region me free ho eba Monday ya o frame kra me catch say Monday and
yeah
so baby Dr. Omeko yinyina no wan ka adubo ahiasem kra he was addressing the issues of the oba obetimi aye e de aboa delegates in na kika ho what kind about the consistencies in na kika ho I say you consistent na ye de kofo ba ye no ye de akufa do ba ye no Mahama so NDC for repeating over time no these are issues are ye raising so in some na what kind of kra no na ogina entroso na a premise odidi Dr. Bawumia that is the thing you can't say and
but
now
at no point in Dr. Bawumia Ashanti region to no abo Edubuahin dey say ebia wa making reference to Edubuahin say bia no yare no point he has never said that anyway
say okanya ebia enwumre ya mete ha ya na me wa kra na okanya but one can baby Edubuahin din kura epie ne campaign mu adwura setredumase
okay
and also chama wuntumi na kokan say Edubuahin di enti a wan wini wan kasa wan contest di enti a wan wini say na oyare asam na okan no no pre ni book no ha kra your friend say akentin apiamenka book no okan say ampa one of the reasons in say na oyare it went me anko campaign say na ekofo eko every village in na keka ho it na oyare again now no so nye interested it can say even the last day crowd mo ebeye campaign last campaign no na ma wo launch the book so no kre say even say Dr. Bawumia kra ekan na say chama huntumi kra kan ya say waka no kre so how do you stand on it say nipa no etwantro again wo hwe de esi na so subempa and say any other person and a buyer or can say Dr. Bawumia or trofo you may take it with a pinch of salt but enye nipa na wo ne ni contest na bigina ho abeka say
so the candidate can nankasa be repeat his asem no
yes that is why it is worrying say ono as candidate can no ebegina ho a obeka say nipa na your trofo abrawo so entro and ugina so didi nipa na ten because there is no video like that I will see my video there is no video like that 2 is that ono so kan ho asem wo be bia that 3 is that enye ono kra na kan say bi Adubuahin dey kra pia de o kan Adubuahin asem your friend saying tamawunti ono so
na enye Bawumia
so video no yes video no so available ye publish video no e ma obi ate eno ntina ma ye kan say ene on be patch because he stood on a premise a otwantro edididi papanatem. But let me quickly address this issue about you see Dr. Baumia or your trofo which and thrown in a kicker. You see, the good thing is that Ubisa say a dear tropa and Dr. Baumia cha on because 2016 or a campaign our year, you know, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, you buy, you know, there's no single thing I will be bit me. I can say Dr. Baumia or baby if we can't draw. The only thing they say now on a poster boy in 2016 elections. 2016 campaign you know, one district, one factory, one village, one dam, free senior high school. You know on the DNM. And all yes, our campaign, and he was doing.
I think I am a poster boy from 2012 election petition cry. I think
exactly.
That's where,
obey a poster boy. So be away a poster boy, and send beer about the campaign. Ubetia free nano first. It would free nano. He is doing it for and on behalf of the entire party. Party no and a control manifesto. You're not sure. Party natural manifesto and a party that can say win. For instance, see I enumerate some I know the campaign team of Dr. Baumia, and I can say yaba 1, 2, 3, 4. Maka yaba na ambemua. You can tell me say me a true for. Again, there is no government in the world. I will bet me Eddie nebushin ninaso. So okay say nipano when Timmy and the bosh bisunti or true for. You're not being fair to the person because you see say you can't throw there. Uncle be our president, no. Or no na yen administration because don't say okay I say yeah will be finance minister now already budget already for and on behalf of the president budget and yen budget and until now at a point in time na kino foriata yaren chairman sabunsu already budget for on behalf of the president, not on behalf of kino foriata. So clearly tells you say indeed Adiano, Norma Bia Wakaye Biano, he took bullet for this guy for the MPP as a party. So say and no Ujina Swakasa or a trophodia, and we embrace it. Because Enjuma or ye at the Bois party. Can Agyapong editing Crofatem Yinan, or no surprise justify say Ubi or dinner and be a party. So the no, I can't be say you buy a bear 1, 2, 3, 4. You buy and it me a 1, 2, 3, 4 no ambamu. 84 number munti wosi onu ye trofo okra ukojina ho edidi aso for atem edidi eye ajaje for atem ne keke yebisa wo say obi a udidi na tem bia no uyi didi na tem on behalf of the party meeting this MPP beso no obi say onko didi obi atem but your supporters agree say ampa uyesa and this is what they espouse metie also be important bia you can say we didi amatem because so oba papa be na odidi na tem. I watch his video. Say Obaba Pabe, Emma did do matamina, Winya Papa, and I did do matam, and he did that on behalf of the MPP. But there are women within MPP or did do matam. So did he do that on behalf of Sa Obana or did not Temnana? So that is the reason I hear can say Dr. Baumia Yetrofo and Sembia or Kaya Mufil say a trono fambra. May you name Fenjina Swan Castle or Trofo. But say Abia ye Kobia or Trofo. Even recently. You start a campaign, yeah. Okay, say more despite media. Tama, my boss ABA, sir, despite a auto museum.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Can Agyapong ever can say this sister uncle school that was school dropout? You can say uncle school now akoda. No one person will school in the game. Was the one designing the entire place?
Yeah, then your boss babe can't say no credit. Your boss.
Yes, and na mukrano, mu demo platforms thing na can say onim home match. A hokra decoration on Kaho. Again, send a friend profile writing profono and on Usubed. So I know say a cousin will be a trophy and a general so cast a trophy because Wakadia in him. But say be a quiet campaign, not why yet was shabo, not ambemua. No caso a trophy, Minty so be a case President Mahama a trophy because Women Development Bank or Council Ben within 120 days am I into a trophy. Obian cancer. But Dr. Baumia did because I can't say a Bibia ambemunenti. You see, Dr. Baumia or trophy. But you see, there is one thing that the NDC is good at. We are good at branding people. It's easy. Okay, so we brandi Akufo-Addo say oye to trafo brandi na to the extent that Akufo-Addo any empenifo bebre in a cool school. One atamons munina no cool school. Oko University of Ghana, Kanda Senior High School. Obi ni what your friends say. Senior High School, your friends say baby Oko. Kimbu.
Okay.
Oko University of Ghana. Obi ni who kasa one na kunta paprada. But you see, omo branding say where your friends saying or a terrorist or you say to the extent that sir the audio be players or that be say hey yan kind. You see, that is the reason the NDC tried, said Dr. Baumia, because said normal now it's you remember in 2017, Dr. Donedu Ekan said NDC no money a single person will be match Dr. Baumia in 2016, a reason they lost the elections. Because normal now and he said this publicly, MOBRT. So anything nama try say any you better normal or kind of can say any Kufa do by 99 year any about me a trophy. And almost started branding or true for NSC.
Yes, our branding almost Team Kenny other opponents so pick your more they attack about me, and that's what you think.
Exactly so, because Usha within the party, Unka said Dr. Bamia promise you will be a 1 year, and also I could never be proud to chantro. Yet me action notice as an American say, can Agyapong echo cancer, any sister, and a year we are buy any sister, or can say, or no, in 1992, on my party, $3 million. Kwabena Agyapong be can say that time no na bank bi o se okoje besia e wa Greek Development Bank $3 million e dey buy and na Kwabena Agyapong can say in 1992 na bank bi eni ho e Ghana ni capital adequacy plan no e drew $2 million at that time. So bank be na okoje $3 million. You understand? And again there is no record so it says can bread edubuahi because now munyina wo. So you can try. These are the trono. Or better now your friends saying Moamu station UTV. Abena Ebwa Ebisan say you see what companies Makuma saying or see 19. What for Nipa Makuma saying you see 7,000. Bubo companies in Bakuba bear 5 mammy or say me more. The boss our companies in the GR be harassing because 2023 me bought companies. I'm telling you, baby, away you are butchery anchor. Or electing Krana or leader Krana, there is no way they will allow him to contest any elections in that country. In any serious country, can Agyapong enter me and contest any elections after saying, say, onboard companies in the DS and say GRA for harassing? It should tell you that he is someone who is evading taxes. Okay. Because evading taxes, say, despite or what your friends say, or museum hall. Or other companies this way in a keka honi na yenim wafani pejuma where your friends say omo fa juma o Ghana Hazum Lion just pump ni companies nyina yenim but who dey all see what companies journalists na busa yen within the party busa say na profona o see of omo juma mo he o see wonka na journalists be busa o see I ma fa ni pa 7,000 juma 7,000 of juma omo he companies no e wo he o se 19 companies but wodi ya o se umbodi adentina umbodi ya o se GRA for e beba be harassing but say
awa no de onim say e possible say GRA for to de be mutumi to o mani se nkrofo bi so because
there be say obodi na o ka say me company eye your friend say say cold store na e what time na so we up to date obechi.
Okay.
GRA omunye politicians.
Okay.
Omu Ghana for ya for ejuma omu na ma omu hwe se obi atua the taxes.
Okay.
It is a ubo company
the tax card ya ombe chase.
Exactly. Who the tax car ombe chase. And who tete tax na. So who the akwhwe baby na who tete who ye company be bat who this ye ombe cho na o maka se tua. Eno kra nye ombehwe na omo ache krama enye se bia that day na no baba betum because omutuma so ntimi ntua enti ombetima aye eno te na ma o ka se Dr. Baumia kan se oba formalize the system se na be ya GRA reform be gina obi company nim emeka se tueska na ya ye no online prep se na be ya o file tax na ye online na ye simple e dia ma obia because on pese oba be gina nanim na oba ye no se mama 1 month no oba ye no wanye na o de credit atum. Obeda ye jumano na odi atua oka. You remember it was part of our campaign message that Dr. Baumia can say oba that is what he will do send beya ebitimi aba dia ono so e what taxes at say Agyapong can say all companies are odc no wo say bra na yen wave ni nyina na yen twam
twam bia no I remember
exactly now was start fresh prep so na Dr. Baumia can say beya at least o man no obi ebitimi aye inclusive by ebitimi edi aye. So these are the things I think to just clarify and say Dr. Baumia onye true and sembia o ka ye bia no obi eni ho obetimi eye 99% accurate in normal o kan say obeye edi aboa Ghana for but at least the o ka ye no dudu ona no yetimi ye e de boa Ghana ema say yenya esomfa so Ghana.
Yeah. But per se a call Baumia message and Kasa, but I want you to also clarify this issue. Say one of the issues that came up on Dr. Baumia Edison was that say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. And for that matter, no, Omunim say no, Dr. Baumia has proven say or incompetent. I think Monday that discussion came from Tinken. Say Dr. Baumia rather called Mahama so incompetent, but of no one saying or the buyer when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you, now expose you on one casa. So I want you to address
so that. So a time I can say when the fundamentals are right, the exchange rate will expose you. A year somewhere around 2014, 2015. Okay. That time no na omo na Dumso no
okay 2016. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, 2016. Na Dumso no at its peak. That was in 2014, 2015. But now omo massage figures and so inflation ya come up, way ya come up. And again, Mirka exchange rate a 2 year in 2015, 9 years of Ketwa. The only time a 2 Mirka a 2022 I buy. But in 2014, 2015, a co Mirka pa. So time na government officials say so o minor ye day, o minor ye come no say exchange rate no Mirka echo. And that was why he said. So it will expose you. We say be a policy rate at a 20%. Your friends say inflation at a 15% because that time now inflation and number 15%. But now exchange rate in America. And until now can say if the fundamentals are wrong, if the exchange rate
also when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate
are weak. Yes, a year weaker because a year weak, but you are trying to massage it and the exchange rate in also America. Now yambra a year exchange rate. You start exchange rate in 2020 in 2017. You start now a year 4.4 cities, 4 cities 40 pesos. Mr. Odie, my producers and check and answer what check it. You enter into 2022. Now a 5 cities 90 pesos. January 2022. Now a 5 cities 90 pesos. 80 sir a year your friends saying 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20 for 5 years na because that's what business pono pay. Depreciation na enkomirika. Nejina faculty a coca crebia nejina, a coca crebia nejina. 89 and 4 now until January 20, your friend said 22. 2022, February, the buyer a high in Kesepa in February 2022. A year, sir, we your friends saying Russia, Ukraine. Russia, Ukraine. Even today, people allude to the fact that Russia, Ukraine came with 2 things: inflation and a exchange rate volatilities. Okay, say at a point in time, now auto more than £1 to buy $1 in 2022. Now auto more than one. Yes, now auto more than £1 to buy $1 in 2022. Again, now inflation our US in the UK. A 40-year high.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. COVID. No, that was the COVID time. No, yeah.
No, it was in 2022. So I say after COVID, the buy no. It came with inflations and exchange rate volatilities. In 2022, UK HNG Prime Ministers Makuma Kumiensa. Okay.
Yeah.
Just within 2022.
I'm finance minister now.
As finance minister. Or presenting a budget, or share the budget, and almost say budget in intimate you free economic doldrum no. Within 3 weeks. So that was the challenge that the world went into. Yeah, started inflation around 12-13%. Equia could do 54% towards the end of the year. And no nama Dr. Baumia started their friend gold for oil and gold for reserve.
Okay.
And you started gold for reserve in 2022. I can say the SNO. Ye benya ahochre ebenya ne se nkrofo $1 na omunya na diema oyesa no. Let me just open this key because ono akra e kan baby even though it was all reported obi ba ne office e be kan say towards the end of the year nkrofo bi multinationals in person mobodi epese Bank of Ghana ema ska dollars na omo repatriated say no ye omo profit a omo dey be ko omo kuru nanso yes ye di yansa eka dollar ne de ma omo a shortage beba Ghana. So what do we do? And omo ba Dr. Bawumia office ba governor eba Addison eba Dr. Bawumia office and obeka as ni chire eti enye ne den and Dr. Bawumia tina hodi na o say 1 man 5 minutes will 5 minutes obeka say na ye ma omo gold down beji and o ka say on beji. And I'll say, okay.
See, that's where the gold now you never tried
gold for reserve.
Instead of see the raw dollar never come out.
Dollar never more. It's a mom gold down Bejiana. And Ocasa, I and I know Mocasano so on Beji, somebody quabonting. And Ocasa quickly take cities and go and buy dollars. And buy your friends say gold. Na for Bamamo, no more fanco. And no who say any Yemfa a yembe gold for oil and gold for reserve. Ye gold for oil now. And no so be ye top fuel at that time no not ye top crude over $200 million a month. It will who say ye top gold no na ye assume 200 million na nipa no kwa na e dia koma na yakoji fra won aba it is a pressure no emba cedi no so na yafa long term solution is say yamfa gold nkoto Bank of Ghana instead of dollars na ye de koto as reserve no ye do gold to ho gold no tem bia no ni value ekosoro enti ye di gold no eta ho na value no kosoro a o chena bi no se oman no kwa huye na aton gold no na agi dollars na ya fa so mo na asanji dollars e dia be ye economy no na etimi aboan e no na ma start gold for reserve and gold for oil na by February 2023 because that time no e ma fuel ekoya kodu 23 cedis per liter. Okay, say December 2022. Fuel free, 6 cedis per liter. Equal 23 cedis per liter at the end of 2023. 2022. It is January, February, I started gold for oil and gold for reserve. And I started back from about 13 cedis. 13, 14 for 2 years. From 2023 no about 13 cedis in February.
Okay.
About 16, 13.
Indirectly, your argument is at least there was a system to manage it with the gold for
exactly.
oil.
We were able to manage it because the econo now 14.7, but equal 23 cedis per liter no in December 2022. But time I econo after 2 years no econo not still not oil fuel no now 14.7 per liter.
Okay.
And which I will say ampa who a panya a betimi afaso a manage cedi dollar no till eternity. And until now you start no you told gold and on will be a can say it was shocking. Say even IMF Prana Omo said not from Kwame Nkrumah to year 2022 no na gold I war a reserve and also Anton Waha you got ton wa buchiri and I buy gold I 8 tons. But the day ton wa Ghana hankoano yet me to bear 22 tons eka I acquire 30.5
I mean, I think I know there's our policy, and even NDC crack can for say it was a very good policy.
Exactly.
And that's
so
why
so Nipan can say if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Exchange rate start expose you no and pay ne poma sebre. Because exchange rate you manage now for 5 years
okay.
Eti edu be bia yenya external shock no we can say yenya ne poma sebre prep. Eti by November 2022 no enu ntina ma ye kasa anka ye kra na eto aso ba ya anka etimiti eye dollar no so ba no ba from okay say I mean antakan because it was only in November 2022 na IMF can say manya 30 tons dia mo betimi start aton gold da mo beto apompo into the economy. It NDC buy no the first thing we hear say ye gold no omo to gold pa but omo to no wakoton because your reserve or hoda it eneya me no ka say reserve no I drew only 31.5 tons it omo di bear 1 point something tons and abeka as reserve in the reserve the omo di aka ho no and na dia ya to nyina no dia ya koto free galam say for no ho ni ba bia no ni sports
buy economy nim directly
ye koton na ye the dollar number and no na masa media African say onya 10 billion worth of a year dollars no or the ebe share economy no and Bank of Ghana say omo pump $1 billion into the economy. And your reserve no omo ko touch you. Gold na sa median fee to na omo koton na omo the gold na omo the dollar na ba na omo the aso seed no. Enti ene die ono dwen ho in 2022 2023 no. Eno ma at least some problem I work with the dollar seed no. At least eno abrase.
Okay.
And nothing now can say if the exchange rate, if
when the fundamentals are weak,
the exchange rate was exposed. It started exposure in 2022. Then, and our pairs are assembly by and then
so he has already dealt with that exposure of the dollar and exchange rate.
Exactly, he dealt with it
very well.
Well, because it's the making. I speak to data and facts. Facts each lesser and part. Dr. Bawumia was able to deal with it.
Very well. Yeah, moving here. A message, no so. I'll let people ask you a question. Say, no, Dr. Bawumia, what is his message? Because the accusation against him is say, or you use goose, wakoda, when we need. You better into the statistics because I think some of the arguments are Brian Agyapong, Dr. Brian Agyapong camp, or may make it say Bawumia luzu in most of the constituencies. Number two, the President Kufuor it was specific, say. Bawumia candidates because or no being from the north, votes from all the 5 northern regions, the beba na ebebwa, and yet the results show something else. Zongo communities results no show something else. Number one, starting from Bawumia message. What is his message now? What solution is he bringing to the table? Why should the delegates choose him? Now for Yembra vote no so yanko Zongo community 1. What's the message?
Okay. I think the message, geared towards a delegates, because the and yet general. It's what is it? Obi say, me move ministry akwaha, me move akwaha, and we general election message. And yet delegate message. Because Obi or Ashanti regional catcher and say, who want we delegate now catcher and say, me ba Lance ministry, me the Ashanti regional, and fan of him. Those are only party no or person young first in the party first and sana do not so enya and that's rational. So the Dr. Bawumia can send the number one message and say in the last elections and I said on in the boss ewo ho adeba call mu nyina no realize and say obi o ho a wo free yafa say me kro Asante Fiase ena odi eno no abeye your friend say abenya position or Accra or Fiase ontena hoda anase watena ho na nkola brim onye campaign wo hoda onye party adwuma wo hoda nanso essence wo firi Fiase nti tama ye be fa DC no na odi Fiase din abeji DC na okotena ho onimo bia ho etu be hu se na problem bebre with the party people and again obi ho sa na odi sa Ashanti region the region abeji position wa Accra it oji position na minister onye adwuma on region da it region for no background on nimo ono omusu ni twaka bia but or the omu region and buy. So Dr. Bawumia say a fire will be to solve this problem. They say every constituency obey 10 appointments.
Okay.
So the appointments over 5,000. Say you know say president electina or your appointment makuma 5,000. DC, MP, the regional directors, DC minister, deputy ministers, regional directors, CEOs, so osi appointments every constituency obema mo di nipa makoma ko tenaba. So we executives so we patrons so we perform
so party specific said about party for no benyan faso.
Exactly. So your friend say oko Asawase constituency. Now I can say mo from top 10 mbrana ema appointment into the CV bar me ahwe awal Asawase constituency awal ne qualification ye dey awal political science or kuta masters in communication studies enti awal there o de no ko ebia gifeka obitima ye adwuma wo ho na wateke no obi wo ho a ebia we school or business administration o de no ko ADC ibe na wateke so omanya me no we bia at the district level you know equal health insurance director be ya na say youth employment director be ya at the district level na watwane nyina na waye ne sa so obehwe obi CV na ode eno agina so afanipa na adwuma so ochena bi no say obi e o district bi na o complain na ye nim nipa ya omu nyina enim nipa omu apushi no say we na ye de no call ya Dr. Bawumia man CEO e wo SIC it is a pejuma e wa SIC ya ono na wo se yetwe yani ekohwe no na obehwe constituency no again region ni nyina no behu se oh asumasi ofiri region ha ofiri Ashanti region e no koji sa post no enti se e bia yehia bibia na ya again yehia sika kra
na ya contact person wo ho.
Yes, party ejuma on the ground sir. Yenim se nipa 10 yi on betimi de omo 1 month 1 month salary kra dia ba. Ne akabo mu ne dia party no in the constituency. So I no be strengthen constituency na ma constituency no aye great. Na yetimi na sa normal na omo kan because Western North. Me call ye no unse me pese bebo minister biadi but regional ministers ni mienu eba Western North. Baako anasa miensa. Baako omunim no omunim se wo free one of the constituencies in the Western North. But when you campaign wo hoda onye bibia wo hoda. You campaign ni bibia ya disconnect. Exactly. So in the constituency no we lost with less than 100 votes. But almost ono na amwa omo because ejuma na nka wo se wo ye no wentimi anye because there is this disconnect between even him and the people. So Dr. Mamia says for him to cure this mischief obebo modern na every constituency se ukona ukoye adwuma na omu recognize o se na mahu se obeyesa no membet na akra enye dede wa ha the resources are me the come constituency na maboa omu at the constituency no omu di misika na ye adwuma no omu di misika no eye adwuma no wia na omu de eno agina so o tia say na omaka say asumasi o discover o san be ye adwuma enti yem pushing for one of the slots no na ya ye enti minim say metima keep myself on that slot there I was say me san akona me koye adwuma again there will also be accountability. It's a problem ba na say okona untwa wani mfefia ombe de be ko because Dr. Amesi obe appoint obi a friend office of special presidential advisor ono no party adwuma nko na obeye as
that's a decentralized but this is for the party decentralization say
exactly
adwuma ne be party for no form.
Exactly. So at the regional level, no, your nipa bako a wati ho presidential staff a ono behwe se akwana ede no koye no wo ye dwuma na watwe na ni hwe se enya na de akoma sa officer na wo office of the president no na ono advise president na ya revoke an appointment because dwuma na e ka se koye no aswase ho ankoye enti wonye enti wanhwe ya na ahaye in the next elections ebema omo from hono omo ba magu na omo atimi aye. So the number one campaign Dr. Wamia can say the appointments no eye one. Two is that or say nya welfare database essence party no be hu say nipa bebre ye adwuma ono no we so eba mutama onenam a wo ye campaign me kai say okọ baby to say eye Afran Plains okọ Afran Plains North constituency okọ ya no busa onu say former chairman wa he ena mo say ofie stroke akana to fie ena okọ ye okasa mo yenko fie ena okọ ye na fie yes okọ ne ho fie wo hwe ne campaign bia na region bia no wo company fo no anaso ofie okwa obemu se nipa no oyare pa ba bia ote ne nyane na keka ho Afran Plains ne kra na awusi aka me because see tama na Dr. Bamie kodu fie ho na ono ti ne fie animu a na tama na oye constituency chairman oni Dr. Bamie twa picture about 16 years ago why in framer edan nchen e wodem it oba ya na appointed picture no kire me post this video
when you stroke on to me nante
exactly want me obeto abani bi na so want me nko so ye hu say ye nya eye welfare eye your friends with database na ye be hu say ye party penny for ma som party na che se say no ebia oyare anase be bia onam no old age ne na keka ho na ye hu say nipa sumesi oyare opiskato ndro nti party no ebetimi akeka nas ne nsase kakra na yakoso no na yaboa no se ne be ya obi wo kwa ono so eye adwuma ono se me old age no party no ebetimi aboa me so welfare database no ye benya mpanimfo ni nyina fortunately now obi a wasom party ni nyina no delegate ye koye sa conference no te say no obi a wasom party no as minister as DC as your friends chairman secretary ne ke ko nyina
floor member because you on crofo masom but we floor members.
Exactly. Say nothing our can say welfare database in the be who say omo masom party ni nyina what a floor members and make us away no because say party na capture omo asum nyina no it no wo ho na yasan ape omo a yenim se omo so obi wo ho a we macho man tambia no omo na eba na omo ye friends enkonya and the canopy ukukrum ha omode ono na ayesa adwuma na over the years na keka ho sani pa na de naka ho obi ho so house to house wa yesa eno so na de naka ho but we need the database in about 80% or harder because say no part na capture obi bia wa ye adwuma from 92 a obo part ni ya capture omo so na ye hu se asumasi die akwan bia so obi tuma di be 90 years onyare kura na yam kohwe no because the welfare no system no e wo ho a eye adwuma again ye hu se ade ba kwa edi nyanya kese pa ne se ye kan se adwuma for the grassroots for no edu ba bi ebi kura kan se omokopa adwuma also mutua sika ebi kan se even national service kura no omutua ho sika ne na keka ho eno ntina ma
eno delegates
exactly eno ntina ma ono de share 10 appointments no se 10 appointments ni nipa 10 ne de ekwan bia so ombe pe adwuma mamo and almost their task ne say they should make sure that at least delegates ma any omo wofase no na keka ho they should prioritize them first no more adwuma no say na be ya ombetimi
I think say no kokan yo nya backlash from other parties say building Ghana dia and na wo ka say party ma emumiem prioritize omo over other Ghanaians
first so eno na okan say eno no obeye and the edi ho we no maka ehwo asem your friends office of the presidential advisor no any 10 appointments no and your friends enyuma a ono so ebe create edi amount so these are the cardinal campaign messages onama woka apart from the fact that consistency any normal will say yebedum suko
because so I'm seeing say Bawumia is speaking to the delegates direct. He's not doing the general issues and say as your co-elections are made may say he's not tackling those general issues or also focusing on the delegates the party issue specific and sana
yes o campaign na yasesa na kakra 2023 okoba bia obi say Facebook live say okoba bia enye Facebook live o hwe delegates na ono makasa say ehu hia say o say oye interview na oye bibia Jefferson Saki wa colleague ba kwa oni no prayer adwuma da Jefferson Saki eko na oni nanam intina wa interview na ye de your friend say interview
I don't know change yes our strategy ni say mo nye live ni biem expose
yes the entire ma ye nye live ni say yes adwuma na ye no ye ne delegates na ye delegates 200 and something thousand e was say ye bomodin na na unim say there is also one thing we communications person there be an nsama ye kan wo ho
that's true
asama wo be kan wo aswase no the same thing and wo be kan wo dwabuso and also jomoro sometimes when you are entering the constituency who profile enim say constituency way asem way na ye kan ebetimi aboa for instance ye call abetifi ekohia your friends delegates no ewo ho before Dr. Bawumia beko ho ye call ho ekohia wo ehia wo nyina unim said the message I debe ko abetifi enye the same message I debe ko walewale
yeah
exactly and I said the debe ko takwa musa takwa so a stronghold power to the extent that Agyapong ko ho yes Agyapong ko ho na grofo ti e kire omo stresre ne bufu ya o kan say your friend say ono no to na ba wi a krom ho na obeba first na ohu be ma o krom ho
oh ti takwa de timba o mi ade ma capture takwa awie Christian and the matter.
Na say video na Agyapong ye no etire obi a say mo muti ha mama ye lose your seat na ni refuse say ono so ni seat ye lose o say muti ha mama ye lose your seat ye lose da mama ye lose your seat ye lose da ena muti ha na mo muka se be ma bi o ha me me tuma ba wi a krom ha na me ba e hu be ma o ha so message no that is what we do. Yakwa baby any message even though these are the messages but ukwa ultimate point to be na wakanasem esan say one na ye adwuma one thing I should understand about Dr. Bawumia say adwuma in every constituency no why in the last 17 years and why say adwuma no wakwa every constituency no less than 6 times to work with them. Ejuma nansa wo ye no e campaign ejuma nko na one onkoye eno ti na ama na no me draw article be ka say Dr. Bawumia ubo constituency bia di na wotena hodin a obetuma aka kire no ma e wo obetuma aka kire constituency chairman because
I think that one there is a giving comes with the experience now when you know from exactly. All these years national
Okay, say Agyapong ebetena your friends and UTV. Obetena hono one of the questioner abinabisa ne say sa pandai no almost say yen be kwakusi say mo betime wini. Was say ho de on share the name e politics.
To be fair, second on national campaign.
Exactly so. So Sandy Pan say, oh, you're very popular to the extent that Ghana have when you be a Juba or a grassroots man, but we name the dynamics in Pandai. Is that okay?
Yeah,
and
he was being honest. I know that he's being honest.
He was being honest. Okay, no pray. But you see, if you want to be, for instance, okay, FMI Ube. Before Obano, you did all the nitty-gritties. And that is what shows leadership. So, person, and they ushana obegodi. Obetimia kabebi a even as he's wilting with age. Exactly, as he's wilting with age, you need say at least when you need some. Nasu otimi kai, essence only the panel ever that closer relationship. So only the panel closer relationship, otimi ejumama easily. Than obia afena obey you when the actual.
Okay, very well. Yanko on the specifics. Dr. Brian Chapo can say. First, I think he said something in the past, which is that more Eastern region man fa kapramba. I think if you do that before I go to Nano Asamo, can you say every area BI Dr. Baumia by or no Kai the President Kufuado Kachreno time or Dr. Baumia ba say Baumia ne beti me actually northern votes number. And so 5 regions in Baumia into Omuluzui. Into first and foremost, I say Dr. Baumia for Skabiamba Eastern region last elections.
Okay, so Dr. Baumia supports to the Eastern region. They say every single constituency in the Eastern region will be a pick up back, including Abetifi.
Okay.
On one constituency. Dr.
Every
Baumia
single constituency.
Every constituency in the Eastern region will pick up back.
Okay.
The party do not even have pickups in every constituency. I just say be a constituency chairman beto. Dr. Baumia who said your problem kakra. Who said Okra they say even though we are journalists, but only penny for Anantia. Ye ko elections via the yet say Obia be donate cars. Na adi ama party say nyejuma. And only 2 things. One is say Obiba or donate cars in the ma party in some monfa. Ba kunsuba na the ama mo say munyusu.
Mu wi ana
waje. Ye wini election ye wi ana waje na adi. So enunti ama ye party no. Oko constituency bia especially often constituencies like Asawasi. You need pick up after every election. In elections, you have 2 pickups. They are campaign, they are BBR.
Former chairman, Freddie Blair, some more castle better 271. When you toss pickups now,
oh, and no crowd one can say pickups or can say or to a car on the Bay Juma. Our Dibama STC. So can say or can say cars in Kitwa no Mudia Jumana or Manyaska within the constituency no Mudia. But pickups in a day. In the past, Agyapong are presenting pickups or present here in elections. We are now watching na wadi.
Oh, sir, motor baby, we are no assigning pickups.
Exactly. Now, Omaji, San Omuyen. So, and up to now, Oko constituencies are here, often constituencies are. You don't find old pickups to the end because Nipano, Bibria, or Modibai, no, Omoji. To be very honest,
movie, I know assigning.
Usually, but the buyer a kaya, the one on Pombio, the buyer a bull shakers, no, okay, India for Carbino. I know the buyer no ebekai. So, but no, not any holding after elections, no constituency be any how to me, you sue that, was that Okrano.
I think India made those saying,
India made be a bull shaker, Modi buy. So, Dr. Baumia who said, let's fix that problem once and for all. Inti only partners ekabomu eto cast makuma 300 the bread party towards the 2024 elections.
Okay.
Inti out of the 300 no every constituency inya bako amunya ye no ye den krata ni nyina ekoma omuntu e party dia inti in the last 1 year ye koye no obi anje park car inti a white cars are the koye inti no Usually,
white pickups some choosing using Dr. Baumia pickups.
Exactly. So in the Eastern region, what the Makuma put 34 equal because Eastern almost 34 constituencies. That is one. Two is that in the Dr. Baumia, they say these elections are your call 2024. So for Eastern region now, person will be donate mana or say Fako region. What the call region now? We nipa bakwa wo into every region. You classify into nipa bako
Okay.
Into Brane Champon or no na edge Eastern region.
Into Brane Champon na coordinator for Eastern region
for finances. Yes, Sikano.
Okay.
Sikana eba nyina so obi ye donation na or their brain na waye. So ono so edene de ebeka ho because usually ye fa nipa in some obi kakra na odi aye. So enti odi say sika na epo. But eno so kra no enye every constituency and a brand edis kana ema wo. Ono agi to mu say 6 constituencies one first kana nkoma omo Agyapong proma ka ho Agyapong proma angi sika bia en free eye brand champon ho. But e sika empanimfo bi te say amwakwata ena omo ka ho a ya campaign manager kra budin say omo so edisika ne bi koma eye your friends
amwakwata so for Eastern region.
Yes.
Brand Champon to me bebu akonta say dia sika onya aye from donors nie. Ne dia or the can ho nie.
Yeah, I think so.
The statement now make it last nature said but me amfa kapre ama. Those were his exact words.
One can for general elections because in the general elections, apart from where I cast one judge, Dr. Baumia a direct remittance to every constituency a day to elections. Every constituency, including one constituency. So, but now they are not all about say Dr. Baumia first come by a super delegate elections.
Okay.
I call in 2023.
Okay.
And no soprano and yano pray because Yamaubia escabat or no ye top up in the Eastern region.
Okay.
Or a top up.
It is a top up no can and yes about me
exactly a top up. But the yes say bia or ye. So and yano pray say Dr. Baumia and me and Scabia.
Okay.
Because Dr. Baumia has been strategic because on say in see that say will be donatiama flag bearer no say kurum for common. Because exactly was Fako midi asumesi Ashanti region no be or waji northern region no be or waji or you are now a chama constituencies. But the day to elections, Gabi Fee and Omokoye in the Eastern region, Ekoji every constituency, Ekoji in the but and also free directly from Dr. Baumia.
Okay. See, young the issue that they are saying said Dr. Baumia force we need this primary on to me we need 2028 because President Akufo-Addo ne ban or the ne ba say ono no ye winnable candidate and ko betimi winning the 3 northern regions all the zongo areas and ono so na because oye different from the usual MPP candidate baby aye omu free south no he was the winning extraordinary win bi o de beba meanwhile this is the election amunya extraordinary and for that reason the people say mom baby o cry because we were unprecedented to the extent that we see the world parliament we lose almost all of them. More a quarter of your seats in parliament. Okay. How do you respond to that issue?
So first thing, Dr. Baumia enye Akufo-Addo de nearby say uncontested as president. No biaka say or nearby say uncontested as president.
Okay.
Akufo-Addo efan as the running mate. Ene ne ye adwuma ema omo ewie omo adwuma. In 2023, Akufo-Addo didn't endorse him. Why endorse Obia was stay a neutral. It is because Akufo-Addo de neighbor no can say obekwa ko yezungu a enye no pre. Ye campaign e can say o the zungu vote beba. Ye can say or the your friends saying northern vote so ebeba. Meboa. That was your campaign in 2023. It's not really
as
about
a party, the more campaign message.
There be make us say yeah camp. Even Dr. Baumia camp. Yes, our campaign. Yes, our campaign. And you do winning. Say no more say there was a campaign like that. You did a winning. So you see, so Osha data now, any analysis now, and you know correct. Say Dr. Baumia didn't bring the northern votes, and you know correct. Say he didn't bring the Zongo votes because almost 30 I can't say Dr. Baumia and to me anfa Zongo votes meaning when we need Zongo bia Ghana That was first thing Brand Champon Kai said when we need Zongo Pia ewo Ghana except Winneba Zongo.
Yeah, okay. Except Zongo. Yep.
So the data no buy. I can say Dr. Baumia got more votes in the Zongo this time around than in 2020. And the data is clear.
Okay.
Your data.
So do you have the data available to you?
Yes, I can even share the data with you. Say,
yeah, if you want me to project it on the screen, I can.
Yes. I'm trying. My job must say, maybe some this question because data no Zongos any Zongo polling stations are winning a year across a year the country. On the north. For instance, me just say me data na media amount. But even in Ashanti region, Pechi number 1 and Pechi number 2 Zongo ye winning. You see 6-unit classroom block, Makaranta school edi amount more. So to show appreciation in the Manson Kwanta constituency, they voted for us. Even in Bantama, you winning a police station, a Zongo police station in Bantama for the first time. Afiakobi, that is your friend saying Alaba area. We want our 3 police stations within that place. And no, Uti Afiakobi electoral area. Why Jane say a Honye Zongo?
Okay. By
exactly. So Utia, you say Afiakobi electoral area. Ubeka say Zongo. Polling stations I want Afiakobi electoral area. Dinina. Mienu pena ye Asante for. Diaka nina
Zongo. Okay.
Yeah, because Alaba ena menshia ni muho. Zobia onima Alaba biano se menshia opposite ni Zongo. So eho ena there. So eno ewo again in the north. Osha vote baby Dr. Baumia free. Maybe I can't say Misa, but maybe I'm taking this opportunity to really explain to you. Dr. Baumia a free northeast region. So you can't say free north for Krana. Young fan is now the free northern region, mother northern region, and Kabum. Northern Savannah and northeast. Northern Savannah and northeast. No Ekabumu, one region. But upper east, upper west has always been a different region. Omoni a northern region, any Tracabia.
Okay.
Upper east and soon upper west, Omuni Tracabia. Now, no, Mitrobi said President Mahama or corner of East now or campaigner or Cabro 4.
I didn't.
Because Omuntin Casa, no, so until Omodi.
Kasani are different. Okay.
And you're different. They are 2 different people. The entire my afraid of 5 northern regions. I know we do a friend of 5 northern no job. Because not now doing say I didn't know one friend Volta, Greater Accra, Western, and Central.
So South okay.
4 coastal regions.
Lampi or together. They don't like that.
Together. Because you see, we are different people altogether. Even within the northeast region about Dr. Bamia free. There are areas I require also come from because you'll be an antenna casa. Bunkurugu omo honey a bimu before. Omo timampusi casa. You understand? So Dr. Bami free him free Wale. Wale a NDC constituency, a NDC seats. PNC probably we need that, but then people we need that. Your father Dr. Baumia in 2008, your intimate winning, but they vote no kosoro. 2012 Nigeria seat. Up to now,
Wale
seat.
Okay.
Now your NDC seat. And at 208 PNC winning. 2012 na Dr. Baumia that time na when you experience now because it was the first and not only experience as a politician. In 2012 for a G seat in Obi Antimin we won the seats and won presidential as well. Ekabumu, Ewini, a G seat in Okopemne. That is 1. 2 is that northeast region. And also, a NDC, on one Krum Kra NDC stronghold, the Asanka Bekas and office today, and Okra Bubu. The only constituency within Northeast, I Timmy winning a Samba, and a little Bukambaga, Aja Lima. So Dr. Baumia Bayi, what the Wale Becahum. And I 2, and what the Yagaba Kubori Akahum.
Oh, Yagaba Kubori, they say they change. More we need that.
Yes,
and NDC for
yes, Omoji 2016 is
okay.
So no, sa constituency see a one year mampurisi for nkwa. I just say central region. I seen 3 constituencies. Me wa. Say Asin three constituency, North, Central, and South.
Asin Central and Asin North, yeah.
So Asin for no because omo kind the same language omo yebusuafo. Ono so ko eye North Easter. Baby eye omo ye the same people omo kind the same language omo yebusuafo no. Eye 3 Yagaba Kubori na Lerugu Gambaga and Wali. And then
three Baumia has been able to win. And the win was because of Baumia factor. Okay. Again,
regional, we need that. In 2008, you found Brian winning. In 2012, Yansan winning. Even 2012, now you J's are but you winning. But in 2016, you winning slightly. And then regional a year, your stronghold. To the extent that in 2024, regional and my your friends say vote in terms of percentage, or more vote in terms of percentage. A year. Northeast region.
Okay.
Because regions in baby anywhere you vote in short too, but how you vote and short too.
Okay. And it's because of Baumia, the candidate of Baumia,
because ultimately in the region by what any region from 2016, 2020, and 2024 so 10 biano wills and so. So and
how about baby to say Gushegu
northern region. Gushegu northern region.
But say what winning.
Exactly. You winning, you know. You have problem kakra with Dr. Ziblim. You say Dr. Ziblim, esa kwa ebe haye. Ene kofa Hassan Tampuli.
Ebaye, yes.
Ebaye. Ene Hassan Tampuli ko GC tina osa maintaini. Karaga, you winning that. Amina antanso eko ho akwaji aba. What I say? So yes, general apathy na haye. But because was one fat new chrome vote and buy and you know correct. Or the new chrome vote in a buy. Emma Nina Prano appreciation can. And you say, Bia, your friends say,
the back was increase votes, no, okay.
Or increase votes. Zongo, so the same thing. Zongo votes, no, your every polling station at Zongo winning. You see, so catch them say NDC for ever fast Antony. Now, what the Ashanti vote about? Are you expecting him to win Ashanti region?
Yes, so at least all the Ashanti bad. At least. Oh, say NDC ni kasa omo ko fa Ashanti but say the first time some of the Betty mold in Alex mold but you can bring. At least one would expect anye you can break vote maybe he will be able to bring it.
So but only win Ashanti region for NDC.
And you're stronghold that okay in that score there I get it okay.
It won't me. So you don't expect Baumia to win all the 5 northern regions. Abrakrana or more Honokran Munyana Busian 4. Baby, I'm expecting him to win is his region. The region is so winning by. What do I say? Mami address is 00 now.
Yes, polling stations. There were 3 polling stations that onya 00.
Eburu 3 crowd, but you see, in your friend saying Boku in the Upper East region.
Oh, okay.
Upper East region, Mampusi 4 kakra Boku. Menkasa kakra, sorry. Mampusi 4 Boku. But Kusasi Fonso Ekurum no. Now, when you go to that place, Esan Sana in Tokawa Hono, the see and say. Baby a year Mampusi dominant no kusasi for timin ko ho ukọ ebekun baby a year kusasi for dominant no MPP for timin ko ho ukọ ebekun.
Okay
so ya amfa polling agent and continue to 0.
Oh wow, not because there was actual voting because of conflict, you know.
Yes, yansu ye ho Abagre Palace e wo Natinga. About 6 polling stations. Met me the I said no. And also Mahamanya 0.
Because I also NDC also into me and for Bianco.
Or the president by Ebekono. Mimi Krom no, I am from Boku. What I said. So say a friend say Ukas will be 0. Our regional any region. And again and to consuesi.
So you need to understand the dynamics, no? Any a year war ground, a result in that number.
NDC for you. Okay. So what's here? NDC for you 00 no. Yeah, internal people na diaba because someone they buy the pink sheet in the buy. Say Mahama Sunya 0 or Bagre Palace.
Okay.
Papa na or court. Baby and the palace one. Only a zero. About 6 police stations or how many are zero because of phobia now.
Ah, okay.
So that is the 0-0 now. More come But and that was the first time I had to start seeing cry as a candidate.
Okay. But
but
address this issue too. Say generally, Osha generally 2024 elections. Ubedia to say this is the election I'm performing very terribly. This election, 2024 elections, in terms of total votes, voter turnout, total vote count, total EFS and seats, total seats lost. When you say this election, and this is the worst performance of MPP. We 92 near the free man.
Debbie 92 say anko 96
only parliamentary, more presidential.
Yes, yes. So 96. You have 39% of the votes. You have 61 seats.
Yeah, but 96. No, we look at the percentage because 96 you need 275 total seats in parliament. I think 96,
you don't look at the seats. You look at the percentage because at any elections, Biano, Osha voter turnout, 2020 had a higher turnout than 2024.
Okay.
Nipa be brebe two about in 2021.
Yes. A lot of people didn't.
Yes, so and no, you fanka and until now, the percentage na because every elections, nipa e puba abonteno, and a deka, nipa e puba abonteno, nipa no 100. Nipa 41 say with all the challenges I want nanka ba me na was our president. Oka bo mo mutu abani nyina o 100. With all the challenges I go in nyina 41 say onka was set ba me president. But for parliament assembly ameti ya which can we your friends say Brian Tampon and a push sa narrative
agenda no
unu say oko your friends say Samuel Oku constituency.
Yeah, I see a hokra lose a cropon, Baumia lose poto. I say Baumia Samuel Okunya more votes, about 2,000 votes, 2,000 to 3,000 vote difference between Samuel Oku and Baumia as a candidate. It's the fact that MPs no enya more vote than Baumia next say Baumia is not a winnable candidate to bet me a William MPP.
And that is a lie. And you know correct. As I said, the attorney said, Osha say MPs no parliamentary candidates in your vote to be brave chain Baumia a year then about me 41 on what 31.5.
Baumia
in parliament
explain that point because I have the data here 2024 election results and I have it. I can pull it from your website.
Yes. So the American say in every election it was a parliamentary candidate in your vote to change presidential candidate.
Why so?
Okay. So before I qualify, say baby I me trouble constituency. So before I qualify, I contest EC be premiama ma pick form no. It was a max na half for 5 years. And I say you be free ha. And I say you me ha. So say answer na qualify kura contest you.
Yes.
So no chere say e was say minim nipa e wo ho. E was say me wa busuafo ho. E was say me hu mo haw e wo mo bibia. So ene say ye pick me say me the MPP candidate wa ha. Me no mo neti wa ha. Debia say presidential candidate ne be ba. E bia obeba once and say twice one ba ha bi.
Okay. So the candidates are more familiar with the constituency chain presidential candidates.
No, they are supposed to be. Omo na also omo vote no ba.
Okay.
Say omo ko na omo vote na obi o ho a oni mi na ko school but we NDC ni. But obeka say awa allegina nko ade ameto ama na mato ama presidential.
Okay.
So there is the highest possibility say Samuel Okubenya vote be attempt. But the data
but
point
you
to
know
the fact
statistics so no there are constituencies where in fact under President Kufuor areas where President Kufuor got more votes than candidates. No?
Yes, and what I say, you have a weaker, a stronger party and a weaker candidate at the constituency. For instance, Oko your friends say Abetifia. In the last 3 elections, ono Brian Agyapong call elections. When you have more votes than Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
And what say Akufo-Addo sunya popular.
Okay.
When you have more votes than Akufo-Addo because Nikurom no. Or classmates, or Crofo or Crofo or Abushanfo or other party, but on can say yen no beto ama. I mean more example be. Madam Fubi or a businessman or sponsor MPP power Kumasi. Or catch them say Brujaja and fee a contest a year your friends say Swamia or beto ama. Or a MPP new, or a businessman. Was this some Brujaja and fee contest Swami or 2 man. If you say something or 2 man was on in any dying back, Muda dying back.
Okay.
It will perceive almost when him say Broja Onya, but what the man I know nya fine where nya, but what trauma now a trauma Akufo-Addo. And that was why he did in 2020. Tama Broja a contestation. Or no Edis Kamaye, MIA, Juba, Emma Patton. Now so Oko Tuaba no Kutuma Broja. So and no say, on one what tick room home. I want him chrono lungu on him baby or bejivote naba. And no babwa. In 2020, President Mahama, in 2020, na omu party no, ebeya akono, na suna Ghana form peno. Enunti ema NDC for omu MPC no perform better
than the candidate himself.
Nearly 50% in parliament.
Okay.
Nanso ono nya 47. Anka omu vote nene de no e correspond ya anka we need 2020 elections. Okay, I said 2009, 2008. Akufo-Addo was more popular than the party. So Akufo-Addo enya 49%, nanka 50,000 penanka or the high president.
Yeah.
National NDC for control parliament because now more stronger party at the constituency level.
Okay.
But now a more weaker candidate. But in this time around, Oko parliament, there were 31.5% parliament from 69. So say obi elusu sunyania. And again, my example back. Baby, I lusu ya ye stronghold pan. Uko share your vote no in 22. Uko share parliamentary candidate no. Parliamentary candidate bia o lusu ya. You didn't call 2024 or by 2024 20 elections no. Na presidential candidate ni perform better than him.
A year 2020 elections no.
Yes. Eti maybe to say Adansi Asopa. Katie Hammond.
Yeah.
In 2020, Akufo-Addo A18 with 1,000 votes. And I signed a presentee Katie Hammond now in 2024. Baumia, we need that constituency in presidential. ABT Katie Hammond with 2,000 votes. But NDC candidate in BT Katie Hammond with 1,000 votes. Etelusu Katie Hammond.
Okay.
And which was a weaker candidate but stronger party in that constituency.
Okay.
Because stronger party and it translates into vote for your presidential candidate.
Okay. Very well.
And the stronger party is built by the parliamentary candidate. It will no ye weak kakrebia obe some move vote no even presidential esubeti the but profobeto. Sunyani, the same thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Sunyani East and West. Sunyani East and West, the same thing. Akufo-Addo, ABT, Ignatius Bafo, with over 9,000 votes in the year, your friend saying, 2020. 9,000. Now, 2024, a Sunday Ignatius Bafo work for him. NDC Nino, ABT with 9,000 votes. And Baumia, ABT Ignatius with 2,000 votes. But they lose seats in both presidential and parliamentary.
There are areas where Baumia got more votes than the candidates.
Than the parliamentary candidates.
Until the numbers should not be taken in isolation, but it should be taken in context. And in the history
of
the voting party.
now work and pray because Omu BT no, there is 75% of parliamentary candidates. No, ABT na nka was saying a stronger parliament. They was saying more than 31% in parliament. Again, I was say on no vote no kosuru. Say oh ye problema, on ye problema, and go 41%. Your problems are your core in 2024. Obia, who say middle class no. Omunyina ewo MPP, whether you like it or not. Slums no ANDC. Eti middle class no what in crime. Woye adwuma oska. Ono na SND ska kofie. Na edru baabi no aban ahwan ni sika. Ono so elections time no abusuafo nyina atwa na ofie. Okọ elections a na omo musika na omunyina akopia akoto aba. O friend na ka say sika me de beto edru kra na minya aban agim sika. Into wanko ni krom kra na ankomo obi sika ankoto aba. And this is the issue.
So domestic debt exchange idea no that affected middle class for no more ability to come to the polls and poll. And yes,
exactly. People back just how we say, baby, who control a lot of votes. But we'll be sure not to say, oh, vote back because he can even kill for you. Again, Obi so livelihood it depends on you. Me, tama me buy MPP not near na na busu afo nyina.
Okay.
No mo MPP for. But me na me when this no. Me nya bebre e ma mo buy. E da me call MPP no. Oko Cape Coast o mu abusu afia. O say o mu boy no, which video nyina sendem. Say masaba o mu party dada. You get it because that should tell you say ampa nipa no onye nipa baako middle class na wa kra o control na busu afo nyina e bi kra no on na busu afeni wa hawo. So yenya all these challenges na yeto aba no nipa no 141 essay problems say won nyina anka ba o me na o say de no ko because he got 41.7%.
Okay. Enti my mbusa on this critical na me ma for so